Neuroscience is, as far as Orygen is concerned, is trying to understand the role of the brain in mental health disorders. So we want to understand the function of the brain, how it works and how it doesn't work. We want to understand the structure of the brain, how it's connected together. And we also want to understand how other biological things like genes or like the immune system, how they interact with the way the brain works to produce mental health problems. Originally, we wanted to use neuroimaging research purely because we thought it would help us distinguish people with one illness from people who didn't have that illness. What we are trying to do now is use neuroimaging for two main reasons. The first one is to tell us something about why some people are ill and other people aren't. So we want to know the kinds of brain circuits that are involved and what makes them involved. And the second part is to predict what happens to that person over time, what kinds of treatment they will respond to, whether they can expect a short course of illness or maybe more persistent illness. One goal of neuroimaging research is to improve prediction, to be able to identify the people who will have poor outcomes so that we can invest more in terms of their treatment. We can give them the best treatments that we can offer, and other people who we think are likely to have good outcomes, we can tell them that. And that's a great thing to be able to tell people, actually, we don't think this will be very bad for you. We think that this will only last a short time. Second goal for neuroimaging research is to better understand mechanisms, the mechanisms of why some people get ill and the mechanisms by which treatments work, so that we can target treatments better. So we can say, oh, you have a disorder that has this kind of neurochemical feature, for example, therefore this medication is not useful for you. This medication is not going to have any beneficial effect, so we'll give you this other one instead. Rather than have to do trial and error, we can be more targeted with the kind of treatments that we offer. For me, this is really exciting because it's a way of unpacking the complexity of mental illness generally. So we know that people's experiences are very individual, that they're very complicated, but neuroimaging will hopefully let us disentangle those things so we can say, oh, well, you're experiencing this kind of problem because of these sorts of features, whereas this other person is having a different kind of experience, that we can separate out emotions from behaviours, that we can separate out the developmental changes that occur over time from the things that are caused by the illness itself. And that, for me, that challenge of the complexity and how we disentangle things is really exciting.